Hey guys, welcome back to my quest to document every single money making method in Hypixel Skyblock, and in the last episode, someone commented, "Phew, I got so worried that he was going to reveal my Rift money making method," and the comment A got 69 likes, which is pretty funny, but B, it gave me a great idea. Why don't I go out and expose every single Rift money making method so this guy can't use it anymore? But no, in all honesty, these Rift money making methods make easily from 30 plus million coins per hour, so sit back, relax, and I'll find you guys the best money making method, and unless you're Mr. Keek Mito, where I probably wouldn't be relaxing. Okay, so our first method starts here in the Rift, and obviously, I think it should be well known that you should probably complete the entire Rift before you do these money making methods, because you might not even be able to unlock the areas where you do the methods. So make sure you watch a guide. There are plenty of good guides out there. I have a guide myself, so yeah, make sure you do that. And what you want to do is you want to teleport to the plaza, jump across here, and then walk over to the carrot area. Now, a couple of these methods I will have spoken about before, because there's like a little bit of overlap between like the best early game money making methods and the best Rift money making methods, but I am trying to categorize all of them, so just skip ahead if you've already seen this. But yeah, what we're going to be wanting to do is come into here, and we're going to be wanting to, you probably want one of these. It's not essential, but it does, increase efficiency by a lot. It is a little bit expensive if you convert it to real life, like to normal Skyblock money, but yeah. So you want to come to him, talk to him, grab your Kazuka, and then you're going to want to grab a rabbit, and what you want to do is use this gun to basically clear out the hay that will respawn, and you want to just protect the rabbit. So I'm going to set up a timer, and we're going to see how long it takes me, because we're trying to craft up these half-eaten carrots, which we make into nearly whole carrots, which we can then turn into the portable carrots, which we then sell on the bazaar. Now, we want 160 of them. I currently have 0 in my inventory, so we're going to time it and see how long it takes me to get them. Okay, so there we go. That was easy. It was only 80 seconds. Now, obviously, if you're doing this in like big patterns, where you'll be like farming this for like probably like an hour, and then you'll probably go do like 10 minutes of the other stuff. But because of the way I'm doing it, just to see how much money it makes, we're gonna do that as 80 seconds, and then we're gonna come over here, and I'm gonna show you. I'm actually gonna be like, I'm gonna overcompensate just to like, so I don't over evaluate how much money you're making, but I'd assume if you're doing this in like big patches, so you don't have to obviously waste time walking over to the scribes and all that kind of thing, then it probably will take you a lot less time and be making you a lot more money. But basically, I'm going to add on 10 seconds for getting this crocs, and then I'm going to add on another 10 seconds for the other crocs, even though as you can see there, that probably didn't even take 10 seconds, and it also gave me 2, so you would normally divide it by 2. Okay, so the next thing you're going to need is the crocs from killing the vaults, and if we come over here, as you can see, this will be once again one of those things where if you do it in a large patch, it's more efficient, because what you're meant to do is stand here, but if you want, you can just run outside of the electrocution area, and then you can go try and kill another vault, while that one is just like going through its immunity stage, and then once it's finally refreshed, you can go back and you can kill it, and there you go. So boom, I'm going to add another 10 seconds on for that, just for the sake of like, not overdoing the amount of money it makes, but it shouldn't be that much. Now, I want you to walk over to the area where Sirius is, and now I want you to not craft the 48 here. Now, I wouldn't do it personally. I don't think the carrots take that long to get, but if you do have a lot of croxes, it might be more worth it. But yeah, you want to craft up the exportable carrots, and then you want to come over here, and you want to talk to Sirius. Obviously, if you've done the Rift and unlocked it, you should know the entire Sirius quest line already. So you go to the ender chest at the back, and I'm going to show you guys what happens when you get back to the main island. Okay, so back here, we come over here, we grab our exportable carrots, and we jump on the bazaar to sell them, and as you can see, they're a little bit more than 10,000 per, which means that you're making 650,000 coins in, what I said, 80 seconds for you to get the carrots, plus 10 seconds per crocs, which is obviously, as I've already said, it's a lot more than it should be, but that means if we grab out my calculator, it's going to be around about 6.5k per second, which means you're making around about 23 million coins per hour. So yeah, that's pretty good. Now, a couple of methods in this video are going to be a lot better and make a lot more money, but starting out, this is pretty good, and it's especially good because you do have to unlock the, half-eaten carrots just for the collections and to get Skyblock XP. So yeah, definitely recommend you guys try this out. It can be a little bit frustrating with the rabbit running around, but it's also pretty chill, so maybe you guys will enjoy it. Okay, so we are still 3 methods away from the one that we were meant to not leak, and he was very happy about it, but if we come over here to the Dread Farm, we're going to be doing our next method, and if you lag into the floor and then jump up twice and then lag back a little bit, then you will come up into your Skyblock menu, or wherever you just need the hoe. I'm assuming that you've already done progress here, so you already know what you have to do, but I'll show you guys. We're going to be making these fuel injectors, which means we need 336 wilt Berberis, and that means that we're going to need our, where is it? Wonder farming, and obviously if you've gotten up to this level, you should know how to get it. If you haven't, then I definitely recommend you complete the entire rift, because it's definitely worth it. But yeah, you want to turn all animations on, and you will see which of the Berberis you can mine, and you just want to go through here, hitting each one of them individually, so that you can go through the whole farm. And then once you mine up all of them will respawn, and I'm going to go through and see how long it takes me to get all of them that are required for the fuel injector. Okay, so there we go. I have all of the 336 wild Berberis that are required. Now, shout out to Average Tonk and the NASA Bee for noticing me in the lobby. As I said before, if you guys notice me and you just ask if I'm recording a video, if I am, then I'll give you guys a little shout out because it is fun to be noticed. But yeah, so it took me around about 10 minutes. It was like 9.5, but I'm going to round up because it is time you have to take to like walk over here and sell it and everything. So yeah. I'm gonna be walking back. A few other people did notice me, so I do have to like shout them out as we're walking back, but I guess I'll just run over the prices and how much money they're worth now. So it is valued at around about 4.1, like 4,100,000 on the bazaar. So you're making, say it's 10 minutes each, you're making around about 24 million coins to 25 million coins per hour, which is better than the rabbit one. And by the way, shout out to ABDN, but so yeah, it is better than the rabbits, and you don't have to deal with the rabbits. The rabbits are so annoying, by the way. If you haven't done it before, like the AI glitches out all the time. They randomly get killed by the hay. It's really hard to actually be making like 22 to 23 million coins per hour because the efficiency is so low. Now shout out again to Supreme Snowball. He said yo as well. And I think there's one last person who noticed me as we're walking back to Sirius. There we go. Shout out to that guy at 4,219. So yeah, let's get into the next method. This one was around about 24 million coins, and yeah. Okay, so we are 2 money making methods away, and if we just smoothly get into the wizard portal here, then we come down this ladder as we do usually. We're going to go over to the eye. Now come in here, and we want to go over to the plaza, and this one's pretty simple. Now one thing you have to know is it's pretty common. Okay, let's just talk to him first. He does talk a lot for some reason, yappity yap, but he only sells one item, and that's a travel scroll to the wizard tower, and you want to buy like as many of these as you can. Now you do have to keep in mind that there is a limit to how many of them sell per hour, and I checked on the Skyblock auction website. It's around about 8 per hour that sell, which means that you can, obviously sell maximum of 8 per hour. So yeah, we're gonna come over here through, and what I was gonna say before is it's pretty common to say that you make around about 300,000 motes per hour. Now obviously if you have like 3 people consistently doing tier 5 Vampire Slayer in your lobby, then you can be making way more, up to 500,000 coins probably just from leeching. And so if we come through here, we're gonna check, and you can see, all you need is 40,000 per hour because technically there's a limit of 8. And if we come to the auction house, as you can see, the price is 500,000 coins per. I mean, you can technically make a maximum of 30 million coins per hour out of time working. However, to take the time to sell it, it is like a maximum of, like 4 million coins per hour. So this is kind of just like a bonus one where if you want to make a little bit of extra money, it is better than the other 2 methods, but obviously not as consistent. Okay, so this last money making method is going to be done in the rift, and it can make you around about 26 million coins per hour. But if you come here, you want to just teleport to the Dread Farm or the Plaza. Either one is kind of the same distance away from where you want to be, but if you teleport to the Plaza, then technically it's less rift time, so whatever you want to do. Now, you want to come over here and you want to start grinding up these shadows, because we obviously need shadows. So I'm going to put up a timer, and we're going to see how long it takes me to grind up 15 of them, and then, we'll see how much profit we make. Now, you want to find a lobby where there's only you in it, and unfortunately this lobby ended up having another person grinding it, so it's a lot worse for money that way. So I'm going to swap lobbies, and then we're going to see how much I make. Okay, so there we go. I actually have 19, I actually got a little bit extra, but if we come down here, that only took me 2.5 minutes, and then we have to click on this guy. You have to finish the whole Mirrorverse, but come in here, talk to him, and this is one of those times you have to trust me because I've done this money making method so many times that I'm going to tell you that if you're grinding up motes in an area where there are a bunch of people, at least 2 other people in the lobby doing tier 4 bosses, and you're grinding them up in the vampire area with basically max gear, you're going to be getting more than 300,000 per hour. But if we just average 300,000 motes if you're selling everything, and this is without McRubber burgers, by the way. With McRubber burgers you're probably making closer to 400, but yeah. Now, come over here, and we've had to buy that, so assuming that it takes you around about now 2.5 minutes. By the way, when I said the cruxes, I meant it only takes 1.5 minutes. I was thinking about the total time because I'm doing a voiceover right now, but yeah. In total, it takes you 2.5 minutes to get a reflection book, so I'm going to go talk to Sirius, trade it over, and we're going to see how much profit I make. Okay, so here we go, we walk over here. Now, if we come here, take the reflection book out, it actually gives you 3, put it up for a sell offer for 1.1 million coins. Now, 1.1 million divided by the 2.5 for 2.5 minutes gives us 440,000 coins per minute. Times that by 60, that's 26 million coins at the current price, which is technically a little bit lower than I've seen it be at max. I've seen maximum like 33 million coins per hour, but right now it is 26 million coins, which is the second best money making method. It is slightly better than the carrots and slightly worse than the bow pet. So yeah, it's alright in terms of fun. I guess it's not the most entertaining, and because you can't really one tap, there's a little bit of waiting around, but it's not a bad money making method, especially for the amount of money you make per hour. Okay, so it's time to expose Mr. Kamito's insane, super cool money making method that he didn't want anyone to know about. So if we come down here and we go through this guy, come through the eye, we're going to want to go over to the dread farm. And then from here, kind of go a little bit forward and to the left until you see this kind of, it'll either be green, yellow, or red, like, what's it called? Like clay. I don't even know what it is. But yeah, you want to just stand here and wait for it to turn red, because it's basically like one of those, like from Squid Game where it's like red light, green light. But basically you got to run, and if you're here when it's red, you'll die. So get across here. Obviously you should know how to do this if you're on, entering here to do the money making method, because you'll need to have completed the rift to like actually access this. So you want to come through here and you want to come down here, and we're going to be mining up living metal. And yeah, so pretty much you want to walk around until you find those little lines on the floor that you see moving, and you want to use the spider eye I have in my inventory to stun them, and then you want to use your pickaxe to mine them up. I'm trying to find a good one to show an example of, but there are a couple of people here, so it is going to be hard for me to find one to like solo. So let me look around for a bit. It is technically you can do it in a group where everybody is doing the same snake, but I'm just trying to show you guys a solo one. But you want to stun it and then mine it, stun it, then mine it. Keep doing this until, yeah, you can't really mine two at a time because it will run away, but there you go. And you will get one of these living metals, which can be made into a bunch of different things. But what we want to do is come all the way across here, and we want to be making the last two things. Now, the first thing you have are the polar void books, and then we have the Bluetooth ring. Now, technically, they do give the same amount of money per living metal. The only difference is the polar void books sell a lot more, but they also require 3 of the cruxes, which is only like 10 seconds extra, so it's not really that much. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get a polar void book. So I'm going to go mine up a bunch of living metals, time how long it takes, and then we'll see how much money we make. Okay, so the good thing I found is I have a bunch of people here, but pretty much you can have like 3 people stunning at the same time and you'll still all get 1 living metal as long as somebody is there mining it. So this guy's going to mine up my last one, and I should be able to make a polar void book after I get 1 more crux. Now, if you want, you can just like tap the cruxes while you're running around, and then if someone else kills them, you'll get the loot share. So that is a good way to get some bonus ones, but I'm going to show you how you do it. You just hit this guy, and then this is going to appear, mine it up, and then you just kill him. Super, super simple. There we go. There used to be a glitch where you could actually like do like just the right amount of damage to like bypass the phase, but I'm pretty sure they will have patched that by now. That was like 2.5 years ago. But yeah, we're gonna go through the serious and see how much this is worth. Now, I'm not sure if the Bluetooth rings are at like a lower price than usual, because people were telling me to sell them, but I did the math and it turns out to be 125,000 coins per living metal for both of them. But yeah, it took me 7 minutes to get one of them. So if we take, 2.5 mil divided by 7 minutes, yada yada, we're getting about 21 million coins per hour. Now, I have been told by some pretty reliable people that it is sometimes 30 million coins per hour, so I'm not sure if they're working more efficiently than me, or if the Bluetooth rings usually have a higher price than the current 4 million coins. But yeah, I don't really know why he was trying to like celebrate that I hadn't exposed his method, even though it makes less money than pretty much 3 of the other methods I exposed in that video. Now, the video is going to be popping up on screen right now if you want to check it out, but make sure you subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time.